This is Stevie Breach coming to you. Let me put on my 49er hat. I just finished off my Taco Bell dinner. I'm sitting here talking with my good buddies, Matt Beast and Danny, and we're going to shoot the shit with some football talk for the next good little while. What's going on, Beast?
Nothing much, man. Trying to get over this epically hard loss today from the Patriots.
Come on, it's only one game. I mean, why was it so bad that your team lost the New England Patriots?
It was such a close game. You hate to lose such a close game like that in the last few seconds. It's a killer one.
I don't know. If you're going to lose anybody, I'm sure that I would be glad to lose the Patriots. My San Francisco 49ers played them last year, and I was greatly grateful that we pulled out the big W. But the big guy in the house tonight is my buddy Danny, who was not only at the Jets game in all the heartbreak, saw his team lost to the what'd you guys lose to? I don't even know how to call them. I was going to call them undefeated, but like they were the unwinnable Steelers. Danny, what's going on over there?
The winless.
The winless. That's a way better word.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was good times. You had good seats.
Yes, very good seats.
All right. So what went wrong for your Jets today?
The play calling.
All right. So this is going to be the video where we basically talk about the first quarter of the NFL season. And if we go back and we draw up that podcast that we made before the season kicked off, we all sat here and said how horrible the Jets were going to be. I believe.
No, you didn't, Breeze.
Yes, we did. Even your mouth said that we might go 0-16.
No, I didn't. Nope, I re-listened to that whole thing, and I never said anything like that.
Okay, so what has happened to these Jets to turn them around? Why are they not failing like most people thought they were going to?
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, you think he's that great of a quarterback?
I think he's a lot better than Mark Sanchez.
Oh, is he the guy who's going to lead you back to the playoffs? It was only a few years ago you guys were NFC or AFC hopefuls for the Super Bowl.
Well, you got to think that the Chiefs have that one wild card spot locked up, and then it's going to be between a few teams. So we'll see what happens. You know, there's still a lot to learn about this team.
Mr. Matt Beast, what is your biggest surprise of the NFL season so far?
What do I think of the NFC?
No, what is your most surprising team? Like your big standout? Like we were talking about how the Jets, how they were overperforming. Who else do you see?
My big surprise team early, if they would have won today, they really would have surprised me. But the Browns are surprising me for a while there. They could have done a lot better if Hoyer never got hurt. It's a shame to see that. I mean, Jordan Cameron's emerged as a stud for them. And I guess another surprise, I guess you'd have to say the Chiefs. I mean, they're 6-0.
Well, one team that is really, really surprising to me, and I mean their schedule isn't going to make you really jump out. They're sitting at 2-4 right now in the AFC East. But honestly, to me, the Buffalo Bills might have took the surprise quarterback. I didn't think that when E.J. Manuel went there, I thought that he was going to be able to lead them to greatness. I thought it might have been one of the worst teams he could go to coming out of Florida State. But before he got hurt, he looked like a damn good quarterback. Wrong. How do you say this, Danny?
He's been what has he been, a game manager, Beast? Come on, what has he been, Beast? Yeah, game manager, but he has had a couple good throws. I'll give him that. He's been a lot better than I expected him to be. Like, I didn't like him at all at Florida State. And he's done pretty okay and pretty good so far at the NFL level.
He's got 5 passing TDs so far. You can't go wrong talking about E.J. Manuel.
It's been okay.
All right, so we got a lot of surprise stuff going on in this year. We're talking quarterbacks. What do you think's going on with the Houston Texans? We've seen them drop 3 in a row now, right? To we got the Seahawks, the 49ers, and they lost today. Matt Schaub on the way out. What do you see going on down there in Houston?
Yeah, that dude's definitely in his last year, man. If they don't get a quarterback soon, I've never seen a team with the window to win a championship close faster than the Houston Texans has, because they had a damn good team, and now they're back to the old Houston Texans.
Matt Beast, TJ Yates, the quarterback of the future for the Texans, or just the guy that's holding the place?
No, nowhere near them. I think the Texans just have bad luck against NFC West teams or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think that the door is shut on Matt Schaub. I think that the Texans fans are going to want this guy out of there. But as soon as he has one good game, I'm sure they're going to be loving this guy again. If the Texans are dumb enough to dump this guy, there is going to be a line of teams around the block looking for them. You can see what had happened down in Tampa Bay when he got cut loose. And Minnesota was able to pick him up. But, I mean, there was a few teams making moves trying to get him. Buffalo was one of them. Oakland was in on it. Minnesota, there's a lot of teams looking for a quarterback, and I think Matt Schaub's a better quarterback. Don't you think that there's going to be a line of teams around the block looking to get this guy?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they can. I mean, he's got another year on his contract. That's why they can always trade him. But I mean, if a quarterback is not working out with a team, you can't force it, even though he's good.
I'm a big fan of Matt Schaub, and I think that if he's on the way out, I can't believe it. Danny,
I mean, just like you said on Sanchez, you can see him being successful with another team. I mean, that can easily be said the same with Schaub.
I think that honestly, if you look at the year Phillip Rivers is having, he's having a good year with San Diego. But I've been looking at San Diego to move him out of there. So I thought last year was his last year. Honestly, I thought they were going to gut that whole team. I'm surprised he's still under center there. But I mean, Sanchez is a guy. If he came west and played somewhere like San Diego, man, I think he'd be a great quarterback. One hell of a cheerleader right now. Danny, what's some stories catching your eye right now?
Some stories?
Give me some stories. What's something we can talk about here? Come on.
I mean, that AP story, man, that was tragic, man. That really, that hurt.
That's tragic, but to me, that's bullshit. That's not sports football. I mean, I don't need that in my sports page. I don't flip to my sports page to the newspaper. I don't pull up Yahoo Sports to have a little tier. I understand.
Stories, and that's like the biggest one. I don't know, stories.
I understand. But like to me, like I understand why that's a part. Because if he would have had a bad day today, people would be wanting answers to why AP was horrible, and that should be out there. And I'm sure that things like this get released so people can know to bet on games or something like that, thinking he's gonna have a killer game or a bad game. But I don't give a shit about players getting DUIs, getting arrested for drugs, beating up their girlfriends. Like that's not sports.
Man, you're really defending Olden Smith right there.
Come on now. Hey, he fucked up. He's on my team. I don't make him out to be some angel or some saint, but I don't need that in my sports page. Just say, hey, he's got some shit going on and he's not going to be back for a while. This isn't People Magazine. I mean, you guys look at internet all the time. You go Yahoo Sports, NFL.com. Do you really care to see these sides of the story?
No, I hate him, man.
Yeah, me too. Matt Beast, what's going on in your neck of the world? What's going on over there?
Well, in the NFC South, we can talk about that, how the Atlanta Falcons have been collapsing.
That was my team. You go back. That was my Super Bowl winner right there. It's not looking good.
And now they're sitting at 1-4.
Let's talk about that epic Monday night game.
Yeah, the Jets took them to town. I mean, Gino played a good game. The Falcons' defense hadn't really played good this whole entire season. They lost Julio. Bad couple series of events for the Falcons.
There's a story floating around that maybe the Atlanta Falcons are maybe a feel good story. They've borrowed Tony Gonzalez the first few years. Do you really see a trade possible where the Falcons send Gonzalez back to the Chiefs as like a here you go, like with a ribbon on him?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Tony Gonzalez even said it himself, like right after that game, or not too long after the game, that he doesn't want to be traded away.
You don't think he wants to be a Chief again? I mean, the Chiefs sitting up atop, the undefeated. They squeaked a win out of the Raiders today. The Raiders pretty much gave them the game. But, I mean, you don't think they're going to welcome Tony Gonzalez if he shows up?
They would welcome him for sure, but it's just Tony Gonzalez. I don't think he wants to be traded. I think he wants to just quit after the season.
He wants to fade away. That's a guy that shouldn't have came back. I mean, he's the guy who listened to the fans. The 49ers beat him in the playoffs, and the Falcons thought they had a team that could win it all. They just made a few mistakes. I believe somebody got hurt in that game for the Falcons last year. There was an excuse why they lost, but they got so close, and they had a Super Bowl caliber winning team. I don't know why they're underperforming. I'm sure with Julio Jones going down for the season.
Yeah, Julio Jones, man. You got Julio.
What's his name? Julio? Fuck you. Now you made me forget the other wide receiver's name. He's hurt also. Matt Ryan's got nobody. Rodney White.
Rodney White.
All right, these underperforming Jaguars. When are they going to get a win?
When are they going to get a win? They're not going to get a win this season. I'm taking that, and I'm going to cash that in the bank. 0-16.
Well, that's not even really a story anymore after the Lions did it. But, I mean, you can't look. You don't think they got anybody on that schedule that they could sneak up on? They got San Diego next week. They got Tennessee in a few.
Tennessee's all right. They're actually pretty decent this year. So
you guys got a chance to see the Cardinals play. I got to see them play today. That is a fucking good defense right there. I mean,
the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh, they've always had a good defense.
Oh, I mean, this is a great defense. I mean, like the Niners beat them 32-20, but
they need a quarterback, man. They're one quarterback away.
You don't. I don't think it's a quarterback they need.
O-line too. They need O-line, but
yeah, I think it's coming together for them. I think the offensive line is the biggest missing piece of the puzzle. But I mean, like, they had a chance they could have won that game if Fitzgerald doesn't drop that ball when Willis popped it out.
I mean, they're 3-3, right?
They should be, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to be 3-3. So I mean, yeah, they've surprised, I guess you could say.
Beast, what do you think about the Cardinals?
The Saints had a game against them. It was pretty much our best game all season. We won 31-7, I think. We only gave up the touchdown on the opening drive, and we shut them down the rest of the way. But their defense is very promising. Tyrann Matthews been playing really well for them already. Patrick Peterson's a beast as usual. They got Darrell Washington back. They had a lot of injuries when they played the Saints, though, on defense, and they're starting to get healthy, so that's always a positive.
All right, the monkey in the room, the team that I think is one of the best teams in the NFL, even though they lost the game against the Indianapolis Colts. Seattle Seahawks. If you're the Seattle Seahawks, are you looking in the mirror trying to figure out how good you guys really are? You guys lose last week to Indy. You barely pull out a win over Tennessee and their backup quarterback. What's going on in Seattle? This game was at home. This should have been a lock.
Wow, it was at home too?
Yeah, to beat Tennessee, and you about to barely squeak one out.
Well, I mean, they better rack up as many wins as they can, because if they want to succeed in the playoffs, they gotta have that home field advantage. But the Seahawks, I honestly think when they get Percy Harvin back, they're gonna be the team to beat. Like, they're gonna be very hard to beat.
You're saying get the losses on them now, because once Harvin comes back, you're not gonna get them.
Well, you might be able to, but it's going to be very hard, and I think they can go all the way now. I'm changing that pick. I know I picked the Niners back in May.
You can't change no picks.
All right. If I could change the pick, I'd be like, yeah, Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl today. If I had to pick it today.
Beast, what do you see in Seattle?
I mean, defense is killer, obviously. Their offense, they need that one more offensive skill player, and when Percy Harvin comes back, whenever he does, I hope it's not, like, I can't remember what week we play Seattle in Seattle, but I'm sure Percy Harvin will be back by then, so that'll be a tough game for sure. Yeah, I mean, when they get Percy Harvin back, they're going to be deadly, like Danny said, and Russell Wilson, that dude's really good, man.
You guys got him the first week of December.
Yeah, he'll probably be back by then.
Yes, he will.
Ugh.
I've been drinking all day. All right, what do you guys think about these underperforming New York Giants? What are we gonna do to fix the Giants up?
I love it, dude.
You love this?
Yes.
How many times? Hey, okay, when they were 0-4, I forget what receiver stood up and said, "You know what? You guys can talk all the shit you want to, but if we win the next 12, we're 12-4." Wasn't there a part of you that thought, I don't want to laugh too loud because it's possible that they could go on a run like this?
Absolutely not, because they don't have the same team they did their Super Bowl year, or even last year. So I didn't think that at all. Their team isn't that good this year.
Mm-hmm.
Eli has regressed a lot. So
you cannot put all the blame on Eli.
No. I'm just saying he's regressed for sure.
Like you're gonna trade down, like you're gonna turn down a trade for Eli Manning. Eli Manning was shooting up for the Jets. You gonna turn him down?
No, yeah, of course. I don't want a guy with 3, 4 more years left.
2 rings, baby. That's all needs to be said.
That's it. That's all he's gonna have. I mean, that's more than Peyton, but still. Well, I don't know about after this year, but
it's a low blow, son. Look at those Broncos out there. I mean, like, do you really think the Broncos can really air it out all year long and really get this done?
As long as Peyton doesn't choke in the postseason, yeah. I mean, who's gonna beat him?
Beast, who's beating the Broncos?
It's a hard one, man. I mean, we get to see them play the Chiefs 2 times this year.
Yeah, there's your both undefeated teams, 6-0 right now.
Oh, the Broncos are gonna win both those games by at least a touchdown.
They're locking up in a month. Their first time is right before Thanksgiving, 11-17.
Yeah, I think one of those games will probably be a blowout.
Look at that for Peyton Manning. Look at this. He's gonna have he's got the Chiefs sandwiched in between a game with New England. You play at home against Kansas City. You go on the road at New England, and then you go on the road to Kansas City again. Oh, that's a killer right there.
Then they'll probably walk away with 3 wins, though. That's the thing.
I don't know. When I looked at Kansas City, I don't really like when coaches move around like they do. When I saw my first sights of Andy Reid in Chiefs gear, I looked at him as a guy that just went to Kansas City as the cash grab. What was the Jets coach? Was that Herm Edwards left the Jets and went to the Chiefs, Danny?
Yeah.
He never really looked like he even fucking cared with the Chiefs, and that's the way I thought that Andy Reid was going to be. I think that Alex Smith is being the Alex Smith of the past. I'm surprised at how well this Chiefs team is doing, but I shouldn't be. I mean, like Beast, like this Chiefs team, was a few moves away last year. I mean, like they had a horrible record, didn't they? Were they 2-14 last year, Beast?
They won like 2 games, I believe.
2-14, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like they've had one of the greatest receivers in Bo. They've had a great running back. Like I'm surprised how well they're doing, but at the same time, I shouldn't be. I mean,
yeah, I don't think they're as good as their record at all.
Wow.
They already have more sacks this season than they had last season.
As a defense or as an offense?
As a defense, they have more sacks than last year.
The defense has always been there for Kansas City. It's just been they couldn't put points on the board. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you have Matt Castle as quarterback.
That's true. Very true. I think they need another skill player on offense, so that would help a lot. I mean, their offense is okay right now. They could use another skill wide receiver up there, but for right now, they're okay.
How much magic is left up there in New England? Good old Tom Brady's pulled out some wins here. I think everybody's looking at that roster getting thinner and thinner every week, with Archuleta getting hurt, with Homeboy sitting in prison right now. Every week a guy's dropping off. I don't think Gronkowski's ever going to play again. He might as well just retire right now.
I love that. I love that attitude. Oh my God! I just saw the hit piece with Amendola getting laid.
But
Gronk is eventually going to play, and when he plays,
hopefully not next week.
Out there.
The Jets playing them next week.
But I mean, how much magic is left up there? Like, this is the year. Like the Patriots, on average, are a good team one year, and then they fall apart the next, and then you're like, oh, they're finally over, and then they come back and kick everybody's ass the next year. Like, this should be the year they should be laying down. But Brady is just like, I don't even know. I mean, it's just crazy the way Brady plays.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just that team that doesn't stay down.
I didn't pick them a few weeks ago because it was a Monday night game. Who the fuck did they lose to? No, they beat them.
Falcons.
Yeah, and I was like, they're too beat up. There's no way in the world they're going to beat the Falcons. And I switched that pick at the last minute, and I still regret it to this day. You don't bet against Tom Brady, but honestly, statistically, this is the year that you do. I mean, I can't believe how hurt this team is, and they keep winning. How are they doing it?
Well, their defense is a lot better than what it was, so that helps.
Mm-hmm,
But
definitely.
I mean, Brady's making what he has of these receivers. That's all you can say. I mean, the dude's great. As much as it pains me to say it.
They have a lot of drops, but hey, they catch it when it counts, especially today.
What do you think about Cam Newton? Is he the real deal, or are we still trying to figure out who he is? Do you think he's going to lead a winner in Carolina someday?
I hope not. They got to keep losing.
They got to keep losing. Okay.
Obviously, everyone knows the problem there is Ron Rivera. So, as long as he gets a good, solid head coach, I think he can start putting together some winning seasons. I mean, they have a solid team. They just can't get the job done, you know?
The problem with them right now is look at their offense right now besides Cam Newton. They have Ted Ginn Jr. and Steve Smith, the really old receiver, and at tight end they have Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen is okay. Steve Smith is okay for right now, I guess. And Ted Ginn Jr. is your next guy up. And
then, no. Brandon LaFell is Brandon
LaFell too. Yeah.
He's like the worst number 2 in the league or something like that statistically.
Yeah, they have Ted Ginn Jr. and Brandon LaFell. I can't believe I forgot about Brandon LaFell, but still, they need some offense. And last season, they just drafted all defense. So Starley Talele. They got a star in Luke Kuechly. But they drafted 2 defensive tackles back-to-back this season. So they really want that defensive line stepping up. But that's what they're about is defense, I guess.
I don't know. I heard you say worst number 2 in the league. And Kyle Williams, I think, is a great receiver, a great punt returner. But to me, on the 49ers, like, I can't believe what this team is without Michael Crabtree on the field. I mean, like, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people thought that this was going to be a Super Bowl contender. I mean, like, Bolden has had a few good games here and there, but the Niners wide receiving corps, like, I'm surprised they haven't made any moves to pick anybody up. There was the kid from Cleveland that's on the market. Yeah, and the Niners, I don't even know if they're even making that phone call. I know that Manningham is supposed to rumored to start practicing this week, and then he can be brought back from there. But I don't know. We need help with wide receiver, and we need it in a hurry.
Definitely. Yeah, Anquan Bolden needs some help out there.
Yeah, because I mean, like he lit the Packers up, but since then it's been like, okay, we're just always gonna double team Bolden, and they won't be able to get the ball anywhere. And Davis was able to squeak out some big plays, but I mean, like he was 170 yards in the first half, and he had like 10 in the second. So once teams can reschedule what they're doing against him, it's not like he's gonna be able to sneak up and attack on people.
I've always felt like Kaepernick and Davis haven't really meshed well together.
They haven't. This is one of the first times that he's really hit him heavy. But I think the teams have just learned how to take Davis out of the play a lot of the times. If you remember back with the 49ers and then Ravens in the Super Bowl last year, Davis was heavy on the first few drives of the game and then just absent the rest of the game. Just they took him out of the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, missing Crabtree's really hurting you guys.
Oh, that's huge. He was the one guy that was really coming out as Kaepernick's go-to guy. I mean,
definitely.
Like, a huge number 1 option there, and what a huge loss it's been for us. All right, let's talk some Dallas Cowboy football. That always brings in the ratings here for you. Tony Romo last week, 500 yards and a loss. Comes out, gets the win today. How far do you see this Cowboy team's going? How good do you think these guys are?
They're winning the division, but they're going to get knocked out by whatever.
The Butterfinger? You see Romo's going to be the man who cost them the win? You see no playoff wins for Tony Romo in his future?
No, because they're gonna probably face the wild card of the NFC West. Whoever loses out on the division, so they're gonna get beat by them real easy.
Real easy, Danny.
Real easy. I think 7-9 can win this division breach.
I don't know, man. I don't think that the Washington's is as horrible as we think.
No, man, they're not good.
No.
Washington's defense is pretty bad, and RG3 has been a second half quarterback.
You better tell your boy that he's getting the top 5 pick this year with the Redskins.
Good old Troy getting a reference here for you. I don't know. He's hoping that Washington will lose all their games, and then somehow they'll float another number 1, which he's going to trade that number 1, and then bring in more picks from some other team.
Oh man, this is the draft where you finally cash in, man. You don't keep trading back for more mediocre draft zombies. This is the one to cash in on.
All right, my buddy that we're talking about, my buddy is a Rams fan that I work with, and I bring him up a lot. But I keep trying to tell him that St. Louis isn't that bad, and they got a win today. They beat the shit out of Houston. I believe it was 38-13. But what do you see with St. Louis? I think that Fisher's a great coach. I think a lot of the blame can be put on Bradford. How big of a quarterback is he? I mean, like, honestly, you draft the quarterback number 1. You don't want to be the guy that gives up on him. But is Bradford the guy holding back the Rams?
Yeah. I mean, their weapons could be better, but I think they're manageable, and I think they're better than some other teams in the league. But, yeah, I mean, they got a solid defense. It's got to be Bradford. He's very mediocre. I mean,
Matt Beast, you can't knock the offense without saying, like, you know, they have a huge goal. They have a huge hole with Sam Jackson leaving and going to...
Sam Jackson.
I'm thinking of 1,000 things here, Danny, and I have to hold my finger on this button or the damn volume drops on the thing. But with him going to Atlanta... I mean, they don't have a rushing touchdown this year. I mean, how do you win without rushing the football?
Well, teams like New Orleans have done this season. I think there's another team out there that's really relied on not rushing the ball too much. I can't recall who it is off the top of my head, but you got to make up with it in this passing game. Get your running backs involved there, screen passes and whatnot. But you just have to know what you're doing on offense to be able to do that. And Sam Bradford, I had the biggest not huge expectations for him, but I liked him coming out of college, and I thought he was going to be a pretty good quarterback, and he's just proved me wrong, kind of. I mean, I hate to say that now because he might go off against the Saints when we play them eventually down the road here in a little while.
Shut up.
But, yeah, their wide receivers are pretty good. Tavon's good. Chris Givens.
They're okay.
Jared Cook's a good tight end as well. And then that defense is really good, man.
Big time, big time. All right, Danny, you were hoping for it earlier. You want to redo your pick. You got to stick with it. You got to pick Seattle to win it all.
No, Denver to win it all, but against Seattle now.
Denver to beat Seattle, and this is the luck. We're not going to come back at halftime, and you got a new pick, right?
Hey, we never know, man. This wild world is the NFL. I'm pretty confident that the Broncos will stay there, but yeah, as of right now, the Seahawks are. I mean, I'm not going to obviously change my original pick because that's what it is, but I'm saying if I could, that's what I'd pick, the Seahawks.
All right, Mr. Matt Beast, if you do it again, what's your pick for the Super Bowl this year?
I'm not going to go back to my original pick. My original pick was 49ers and Broncos.
And you picked the Broncos. I honestly thought this was going to be the fall of Peyton Manning. I thought that last year he was going to have a great year, and that people would catch up with the Broncos. They're a damn good team. I mean, like, they're beating the shit out of everybody. They laid down for Jacksonville a little bit today. But
he threw a pick six against them.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to change my pick of Atlanta because they're a little bit horrible. From my mind, I want to pick the Niners, but I don't want to at the same time. I don't want to be that guy picking the home run team, that everybody had circled. But they are my team, and I think that they could beat just about anybody. If we don't have to play Seattle at Seattle, I think we can scoot through. I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to take my boys. I'm going to take my boys, the Niners, over the Broncos. I think that's a favorable pick.
What a homer.
We're going to beat everybody.
Nah, you're a homer.
I'm gonna get the Ravens this weekend.
If you guys play those Saints in that dome, you're not going anywhere.
The only thing I'm talking about in the Dome is WrestleMania 30, baby. Oh, it's going to be huge.
And the 49ers do have to play in the Dome in the regular season.
Oh, man. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day in New Orleans. Niners going to pull it out. Everybody, always remember. Always remember, if you're watching the Saints football, leave $1 under your seat. This is Stevie Breach. Peace out, everybody.
YouTube tape, we coming for you.